Good Sunday afternoon. This is Micah Mitchell with Madison County Weather Updates. I'll try to make this as fast as I can. Try to get this in before the ball games start. I wanted to update on our potential for snow and ice and rain tomorrow. We're looking at the College of DuPage website right now. College of DuPage is a free website if you ever want to go check them out. Just the same as we ask you guys to support us, I do support them. I actually need to re-sign up for Pivotal Weather too, because we like to try to support the free sites, just the same as we ask for your support. But at any rate, this is a College of DuPage Next Lab, and first I want to show you from the hemispheric view, just so that you can kind of see some of what's going on from far out. And it's kind of hard to see, but our storm is right here. But you can see this big trough of low pressure digging in right here. You've already got another one that's dug in right there. So as these are digging in, if you picture pushing on a waterbed, if you push on one spot, another spot has to rise up. Well, as these are pushing south, down here we've got this ridge of high pressure building out here, and it's starting to flex its muscle farther north, and that's pushing the storm track farther north. That's something we kind of discussed yesterday. So one thing or two things here actually trigger another response here, and this of course is triggering another response somewhere else. So I just wanted to show you that from a distance. And another thing I want to call your attention to is, you can kind of see up here in Canada, if you look at these dark blue ribbons here, they kind of help give some focus. But they're kind of very slowly retreating northeast. This is very slowly retreating northeast also. So we can see the response of this being pushed to the north, and that's all in response to these deepening troughs out here to the west. So and then we'll take a closer look here in the continental United States also. Again, here's our low digging in out here. This is mid-level satellite. I kind of like to use mid-level and kind of just be in between the surface and the upper levels. But at any rate, you can see the low spinning here, and then you can kind of see the track starting to set itself up and bowing itself farther and farther north. And then as this comes across, there'll be a stronger response here. So what we're going to get into is our snow chances are very slim. We might get, if snow lovers get lucky, we might get an inch or so of snow at the very onset tomorrow morning. That's extremely questionable, but if it's going to happen, that's probably where it'll happen. And of course, it won't stick around long because temperatures will warm up. But the bigger concern is going to be for freezing rain. So we'll take a look here at the this is the NAM nest, because or the NAM 3K, because it's the most aggressive with freezing rain. So we'll take a look at that, and we move in here a little bit. We'll take a look. This is around this is very late with the onset of freezing rain. It doesn't really want to set it in until this is 17Z, which would be noon tomorrow. And where's Madison? Well, I kind of forget this little laptop here is a touch screen. So right here is Madison County, so you can see it around noon according to the NAM. The freezing rain would be just getting ready to onset here, and it has a pretty good swath of freezing rain and maybe even some snow mixing in until, we're getting into, this would be 5 o'clock tomorrow evening before, and it still tries to keep it around. And that's one of the difficulties in this, is it's keeping the freeze line right through Madison County. So, it could be giving northern Madison County heavy ice, southern Madison County almost none by that point. But it really just kind of keeps it hanging around, and then it wants to give us some backside snow. Again, that's extremely questionable. This is the farthest south that any of the models are suppressing things. Take a look at College of DuPage. This is the NAM 3K's ice output. And of course, Madison County, right here, it's got a similar pushing anywhere from 1/10 to maybe 1/4 of an inch. It's got some areas getting a major ice storm. The lower resolution version of the NAM, let's take a look at it. It's even worse. So I mean, this would be a major ice storm. This would be damaging, and but this model is kind of on its own with with the extreme icing. Take a look at the high resolution Canadian. It is farther southwest with the heavy ice, and it's kind of killing it all off before it gets here. I'm not sure I really buy that, especially then when you go to its snowfall. It's got the snow cut way off to the northwest, which doesn't. It's almost like there would be an empty space between. So I'm not sure I buy that, but I just wanted to show you kind of what it's kicking out. If we go look at the GFS, again, it's got its snow well to the northwest, but it wants to put us kind of in a donut hole here. Madison County sitting right here. Some of this would have fallen this morning down in southern Indiana. Then it's got the heavier ice farther up, closer to its snow band, which kind of makes sense. So, the point in all this is simply that the models are all over the place. Here's the European, the 12Z European, 6-hour freezing rain. Again, it's later like the NAM is. It wants to put it down tomorrow evening. Madison County, picking up maybe a tenth or so. And then you can see the 32-degree line sitting right here, right across the center of the county. There's no way to know for sure where that 32-degree line is going to be. That is going to make all the difference in the world. If it sets up farther south, we get a major ice storm. Sets up farther north, we don't. We just get mostly rain. So there's no way to know that for sure. Right now, my gut says this is going to set up farther north, based on the way, as we were looking at the vapor loops. So I don't see any reason to change the graphic we put out yesterday, other than I probably would move the snow chances even farther north. But I'd let this graphic stand somewhere in and around that red oval. Is probably going to be dealing with significant ice, maybe an ice storm. The National Weather Service might issue something other than just a special weather statement later on, I would suspect. But they may not. So, just know that we could be in for an ice storm tomorrow. We could be in for all rain. Who knows? It's impossible to know exactly where that 32-degree line is going to set up, and that's going to be all the difference in the world. So we'll keep an eye on it. I'll update you if we see anything change. Right now, again, my gut says it's probably going to be the northern part of that circle, maybe a little north of that, that's dealing with the ice storm, and we may be in for more rain. But that's just kind of a gut based on satellite right now. So we'll update this, let you know if anything changes. Just know ice storm possible. I don't think likely, but possible. So we will talk to you later. And I'll issue a 7-day forecast later on also. And so in the meantime, this is Micah Mitchell with Madison County Weather Updates. Thank you all for supporting us, and we will talk to you later.